record to the cloud. Okay.
Oh, we all have to hit continue, I think. Or at least
Got to hit what?
me and Betty Joe have to hit continue to consent, I think.
Oh, okay.
That was the issue last time too.
Okay.
I don't see it like a notification like that.
Oh. Maybe I just did that.
Okay.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna give us a countdown here. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Hey all, I am joined today by Sydney and Betty Joe, who are going to be helping guide us through the workout. Each of us is going to be taking turns leading the group through a variety of different exercises. Our goal is to get up and moving here for a total of about 25 minutes. We're going to change our movement every minute, so we'll get a lot of variety. If you're following along at home, please feel free to go at your own pace. Take a break whenever you need to. You can rejoin us when you're ready. But I think I'm excited for the workout. Is everybody here ready to go? Give me a thumbs up, Sydney and Betty Joe, if we're all good. All right, cool. I'm going to get us started off here. So our first 6 exercises are going to be a little bit lower intensity, slow pace. We'll use that as a warm up. And I'm going to go ahead and start us off here with some big knee hugs. So we're going to bring that knee up to our chest. Give it a big hug. And after we do this for about a minute here, I'm going to pass it off to Sydney for our next exercise. And then she's going to pass it to Betty Joe, and we're just going to keep on flipping between the 3 of us here, leading different exercises as we go. And we can start to add a little calf raise in there too. You can kind of get up on that toe once you get that knee grabbed in front of you. Shouldn't need any equipment here for the workout today. Just your body weight, and go ahead and grab, make sure you got a bottle of water with you too. You can take a break whenever you need to for a little sip of water. Good, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Sydney for our next movement. Sydney, what do you got for us?
Okay, this next one is a zombie kick. So you're just gonna kick your leg straight out in front of you and reach for it with your opposite hand. On the side, it'll look like this. Hopefully you should be feeling a nice stretch in the back of your leg, kind of on your back thigh here. The goal is to get a nice stretch in your back of your leg, so don't think that you need to try and kick it up so high that you almost might lose your balance. You want to try and maintain your balance with your standing foot as well.
Good. We're gonna go for 10 more seconds here, so get a couple more kicks in. It's a good stretch of the back of the leg there. Good. All right, we're gonna pass it off to Betty Joe next for our next movement here.
All right, so we're gonna go up the body a little bit, and we're gonna do some arm circles going forward. So just go like this, some little small ones. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and make them gradually bigger. And do that for a little bit, just like that, pinwheel it. And then a little bit, we'll switch it and go backwards. All right.
I like to get a little side step in too while I'm doing these, if you feel like you need to keep those legs moving too.
Yep. And then we'll start going backwards now. You can kind of try and sync it up, get a little bit of dance in there if you want.
I've got bad rhythm, Betty Joe. I don't know if I can do this one.
I say that's where we're moving to the rhythm of our voices. It's a cappella.
Good, and I think let's get a couple more circles in here, and then I'm gonna take our next movement. All right, so next one, we're gonna do a little bit of a reverse lunge. So you're gonna step a foot back, bend down a little bit, and then you're gonna twist your torso towards your knee that's up, then back to center, and we're gonna reverse. So we're stepping back, And then spinning that torso, trying to get your chest around to face the wall to your side. And you can control how deep you go on these lunges as you step back. If you want to, you can lunge all the way down to the ground, or you can just make it a little quarter lunge here. Up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. Good. My heart rate's starting to pick up a little bit here, and I'm breathing a little bit harder, so that's normal. That's what we want. Good. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Sydney here. Sydney, what have you got for us next?
Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of a twist. I want you to stand your feet about shoulder width apart, your arms out, make a T, and you're going to take one arm and twist it to one side. And as you twist that side, you can go even further back as far as your spine wants you to go. Open up and twist to the other side. And as you're twisting, it'll feel natural for one toe to kind of want to come up and pivot. By doing that, you can get some more rotation as you twist. So think about opening up nice and big in between sides. If you want, you can add a little bit of a squat in between twists to get your legs more involved.
Good. Few more seconds here. Great. And we are going to go back to Betty Jo. I think this is our last warm-up movement. So Betty Jo, what's our last one?
All right, our last one is we're going to go and reach for our ankle with the same hand. We'll grab it and just kind of stretch the front of stretch our quads, front of our thigh. And we'll just kind of alternate that, hold it as long as you'd like, and then just keep alternating after a few seconds. You should feel a little bit of a pull, but not too much where it hurts. So I like to do these especially before and during a run. So
sometimes, and if you have trouble grabbing onto that ankle too, sometimes you can just hook the heel of your shoe if you're wearing that, or just lift your foot as high as you can. I know sometimes you got to have a lot of flexibility to grab onto that ankle. It can be tough.
And if you have problems reaching the ankle or just keeping your balance, you can go ahead and put your hand against the wall if you have one accessible, or a desk, whichever works best for you.
Good. We got about 5 more seconds here, so get a couple more stretches in. Good. Whew. All right. Well, I guess we're officially through our warm-up movements now, so we're getting into a little bit harder ones. We can go a little bit higher intensity here, get our heart rate a little higher. So I'm going to start us off. Our first one is going to be a burpee variation. So you're going to reach down for your toes. If you can touch the floor, great. If you can only get to your shins or your knees, that's cool. And then you're going to hit hands up and jump to the ceiling. And then we're going to continue. So down and then hopping for the ceiling. And let's go ahead. We're going to go for a minute here, so you can go at whatever pace is comfortable for you. So reach for the floor, hop for the ceiling. If you're feeling really ambitious and you need to make this a little bit more challenging, you can go into a full burpee where you jump back into a push-up position and then hop for the ceiling. So it'll look something like this. Personally, I like just reaching for the floor and getting that hop in.
Yeah, especially because I don't know about you all, but it's 90 degrees here, so this is good for me.
Yeah, we should introduce where we all are as we're leading our next exercise. I'm joining the group here from Houghton. And we've got about 3 more seconds, 2, 1, good, and I'm gonna pass it off to Sydney, you're next. What do we got?
Okay, well, we're going to do some jumping jacks. So, I'm actually a Central Michigan University student, but we've got a partnership with Michigan Tech. So 12 of us students actually attend class up in Houghton. So I'm in Houghton right now. And as you can see Isaac doing, if this is a little too intense for you, you can kind of take a side step and raise your arms instead of having to do the full jumping jack. And if you need, like I said earlier, you can pause at any time and get a drink of water and just go at a pace that feels comfortable for you.
Well, we've got 10 seconds left here, so if you want to crank up the pace a little bit, you can. Going to be switching to a new exercise pretty soon. In 3, 2, 1, and we're going back to Betty Jo.
All right, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna go to the side and you're gonna just squat. And then go back to the center, alternate your leg, and then squat again. And I am also at Houghton, but I'm in the dorms. So if I look really tall in my camera, it's because I'm in my dorm room. So not too much room, but that's okay.
Are you actually like 4 feet tall, Betty Jo, or?
No, I'm 5'2". I actually just measured 5'2" and 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
It matters when you're this tall.
You got to take every 1/4 of an inch you can get.
Yes, exactly. And if you want a little bit of a challenge on this one, you can choose to jump from side to side if you'd like. Or to go at whatever pace you'd like.
Good. We
Yeah,
got
I
about
forget.
10 seconds left here. Sorry, Betty Jo.
No, you're okay. I forget that Michigan Tech has a summer and it's not just winter. So I always forget sunscreen. And I need to remember next time.
3, 2, 1. Good. And I think it's back to me. So our next one that we're going to work on here is a floor touch. So for this one, what you're going to do, you can start with your feet together. You're going to step 1 foot out. You're going to reach down to the floor. If you can touch the floor, great. If you just want to reach, that's okay. Then you're going to bring that foot back in, step the other foot out, and reach for the floor. So it's going to look like this in full speed here. So stepping out, reaching for the floor, almost a little bit of sort of a lunge here. So try the stepping variation first. And if you want to make this a little more intense and a little harder, you can actually just hop from side to side and move your feet in the air. This actually makes this a lot more difficult. Can be tough to get the rhythm down. Whew.
Gotta move my trombone. There we go.
Good. I think we got about 10 more seconds here. Thank goodness. My legs are getting tired. 3. And down to 3, 2, 1. That's time. Good. And go ahead and grab a drink, take a break if you need to, but we're going to go to Sydney for our next exercise here. We're just going to keep on moving.
Similar to Isaac's last one, we're going to do what's called a speed skater. So you're going to hop on 1 foot to the side and go from side to side. Your other leg can kind of come up and balance behind you like this, or it can come down and touch if you need a little bit more stability. So you're just going to hop from side to side. To make this one a little bit harder, you can jump further. To make it a little bit easier, step from side to side. Again, just choose something that feels best for you. Something that'll challenge you, but not push you too far over the edge.
Sydney, are you trying to get us ready for winter here in Houghton?
coming faster than you think.
Working on our ice skating skills. I might be skating around Houghton this winter.
Cindy, Winter Olympics are next year. We got to get ready.
That's true. That's true. Whew. Okay, we got about like 10 more seconds here, guys. Keep it up. We're going to be switching our exercise soon. Down to 3, 2, 1. Good. And we're to Betty Jo. What's our next movement?
All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to keep it a little more stationary, but just to start, that is. So put your hands kind of like this. You'll take your knee, you'll bring it up and cross and try and touch your elbow with it or just get it up there. So cross the body, kind of crunch a little bit. Make sure those abs are flexed if you can. And then just do that.
One important thing to remember with this one is even though your hands are behind your head, make sure you're not really pulling down on your neck with your hands. Your hands are kind of just a placeholder.
These are harder than they look, Betty Jo.
My abs are feeling it. Haven't done a core workout in a while. I've been doing lots of running, so I'm like, oh, that's right.
That's right, I have abs.
That's right, yeah, they're always there, but I forget I don't just use them for breathing.
Last 15 seconds here. If you need to end early, you can. See if you can push through. Into 3, 2, 1, and that is time. And I guess it's back to me now.
No, what an honor.
Next one, this one, we're gonna put our hands now on our hips, and we are going to kick with our inside leg, and then you're gonna pretend like you're stepping under a wire, and then kick with your other leg. So step under the wire, kick, step under the wire, kick. And we're just gonna alternate back and forth here. Now that we got those abs nice and wore out, Betty Jo's exercise, we get to hit them a little more on this one. So get those abs tight as you're coming up for that kick. This one looks kind of scary when you're watching the screen, people kicking right at your face.
We should almost have 3D glasses when we do this one.
Ooh, now we're talking 3D. All right, we're down to the last 10 seconds. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1, and that's time. Sydney, back to you.
Okay, we're gonna start out with some jabs right in front of us.
Man, we're making a whole 3D production here.
Yeah.
Go at a pace that feels comfortable for you. You can speed them up a little bit. Really try and pack some force into those.
It's our chance to take out some frustration from the day.
Now we're gonna switch and do some cross body punches.
We can beat the heat away, right? This will cool us
Beat-
down. It rhymes, it must work.
Now let's switch it up and throw some, what would you call these? Hook shots?
Hooks. These are hooks.
Yeah.
And I think we got about 10 more seconds left here, so get all your punches out. Down to 3, 2, 1, and that's time. All right, Betty Jo, what's next?
All right, Isaac, you're gonna have to remind me because I'm working up a sweat, but I'm not working on my memory, so.
Let's go with the skip. Where you actually just kind of skipping through the field here. You can get a little bit of air if you want to, or you can just kind of go up onto your toe, get a little calf raise in, but swing your arms and your knee. But skipping's always fun. Whew. Feels good to get moving though. I've been sitting all day long. And I think I'm going to be nice and energized after this one.
Yeah, same here. I had training, and then I've just kind of been driving around trying to find a certain parking lot. And I finally found it, but it took a lot longer than I would have liked with all the construction.
Yeah, Houghton's a little bit of a mess right now. If you're driving through Houghton, be careful. A lot of detours. Good, we're down to 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Whew. All right, I think we have officially made it through the hard exercises. So we're going to kind of go into our cool down now. A little bit lower intensity. We'll do some stretches here to kind of bring the heart rate down. So give yourself a round of applause. You made it. Grab a quick drink if you want to. And I am going to start us off with some side stretches. So you're going to put a hand on your hip, other hand overhead, and then you're going to reach to the side and get a good stretch through your midsection here and through your kind of under your armpit. And then we're just going to go ahead and flip to the other side when you feel like it's time. Totally up to you. You can kind of go at your own pace. I'm going to hold a stretch on the side for about 3-5 seconds. And then I'm just going to go ahead and flip and go the other way. And we'll get a couple more here and then we'll switch it up. Ooh, all right, Sydney, what's our next movement?
Okay, so we're gonna do a little mini squat, maybe 45 degrees or so. Kind of come down and then reach up overhead with your arms, trying to get a nice stretch in your back as you reach backwards. So again, come down to mini squat and reach back. You should also feel that stretch across the front here of your chest as you open up.
Ooh, I like this one. This is a good stretch. All right, let's get 1 or 2 more in here. Ooh, good reach. All right, we're going to Betty Jo. What's our next movement?
All right. Well, we did a lot of upper leg stuff today, so I'm gonna go back from one of the warm-ups and just grab that ankle again and stretch that area. Slowly, we're not sore in a few hours. Then same thing, if you need to put your hand against the wall, you can. Yeah, I know I'm gonna go take a jump in the lake after this workout.
That's what I was thinking too, Betty Jo. I've got a little sweaty here.
I say if the weather stays like this, we could do hot yoga almost.
All right, get a couple more in. Good, nice. All right, I'm going to take us through our next one here. Next one we're going to do, get our feet a little bit wider apart. and we're gonna go into a little bit of a lateral lunge. So what you're gonna do is take your hands, you can put them on your leg, and you're gonna lean towards one knee while keeping the other knee nice and straight. You should feel a good stretch kind of in the inside of your leg. And then we're just gonna rock and go to the other side and stretch that other leg. And then you can just kind of jump back and forth here. And you can try to get a little bit deeper every time you lean to the side as you start to loosen up. Ooh, heart rate should be coming down here though, breathing slowing. I'm still sweating a lot though. Good, let's go for a couple more. Last one. Great, and we're gonna go back to Sydney for our next one.
Okay, kind of think about similar to a jumping jack. We're gonna cross our arms back and forth and take a little step each time you cross. Think about giving yourself a nice big hug.
Good, just a few more seconds here. All right, we're gonna go to Betty Jo for our last movement of the day. Betty Jo, what are we ending with?
Okay, well, I think that I want to end with stretching our hips a little bit. So you can do this one of two ways. You can go against the wall and just kind of take the leg and grab around the knee and cross the body a little bit, like that. Do the same, or you can go against the wall and make it a little more, give a little more movement, and just go like that. So whichever one is more comfortable for you, whichever gives you a better stretch.
Ooh. I'm trying to get a little extra balance work here by staying on one leg. Feel like a flamingo.
Good call. I say you've given me the same inspiration. I'm trying to do it.
Ooh. All right, let's go for about 10 more seconds here so you can get a couple more stretches in on each side. And 3, 2, 1. All right. We did it. And just like that, 25 minutes went by. That was, they say time flies when you're having fun. So 25 minutes of physical activity. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. And we hope to see you for our next workout here on ABC 10. Thank you. I can't figure out how to get it off the big screen.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My laptop says 87 degrees. I over exaggerated.
What did I do?
Escape.
Escape. This is interesting. I have the screen moved over to the projector in this room and I cannot get it back to the computer now. Back.
I'm sure to offer suggestions, but I'm not sure I have a clear picture of.
Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I got it. Whew, thank goodness. Okay, end recording.